Hey guys, Teresa here. Welcome back to my channel, Lost My Thread. We are on location today in my bedroom because I want to show you my 5 favorite me-made outfits to wear on a hot day. We've been having a real heat wave where I live in England in the spring and the summer, and it has definitely pushed my me-made wardrobe to its limits. I don't feel like I have as many clothes suited for that kind of weather, but these 5 outfits were definitely standouts for me of things that I felt really comfortable in, felt really good in when I was wearing them. I decided, as opposed to individual garments, I wanted to go for a full head to toe look because I feel like that's a little bit more practical and you can really understand how those garments would work on the day to day. And I hope I give you a little bit of hot weather sewing inspiration. So I'm gonna move this to one side and talk about each outfit one by one. First up is the Bardon Dress. This is designed by Elbe Textiles for Peppermint Magazine. So this is a free pattern. This is a very flowy, loosey-goosey kind of dress, which is fantastic when it's really hot. It's got multiple gathered tiers and it's a woven tank dress. This, for me, I think the fabric is a big part of why I do love it so much. This is a viscose linen fabric that I got from the Fabric Godmother called Shadows. It has this really sweet design on there where there are little people with shadows behind them. There's a gorgeous blush pink, quite a soft blush pink background. This for me is definitely something that I have worn for years. I made this for the first So Frugal challenge, which was actually called Frugal Frocks back in 2021. And I still wear it. So this summer I've been reaching for it even still. I did add some waist ties just for a little bit of shaping because I am somebody who just likes a little bit of something showing my figure. I don't necessarily need it to be super figure hugging. I'm gonna step aside and pop in some footage of me in this so that you can see what it looks like and how it moves. I definitely appreciate the long flowy tiers. It does feel like it kind of creates a breeze. Something I love about this bodice in particular is I feel like the neckline is just such a perfect width and depth for me that it's not too revealing, it's not too high up, it's kind of just in the sweet spot. I also love that the armholes are quite a deep opening. There are some tank dresses and tank tops I've made that are just a little bit too tight under the arm, especially on a hot day. You don't want anything up there. You want lots of floaty air movement to be nice and comfortable. This is made in a really wonderful breathable fabric as well, which definitely does help. And I think this is really cute paired with lots of things. I often wear it with flip-flops and I think that's a great look. It definitely feels very summery, but I also like pairing it with some Adidas gym shoes that I have that are a similar colorway. I do think it's really cute with the Hillside Tote that I've made by Noodlehead Patterns that has a bit of a thematic similarity with the people on there. I think it's a fun way to kind of tie it together. And it's definitely something that I would wear out day to day. I would wear it at home. I've worn it for work plenty. It's just a great all-rounder for the summer. And the one other dress is going to be a surprise to nobody if you watch this channel regularly because it's something I've been talking a lot about because I obviously do like it, which is this dress. This is the March dress by Helen's Closet. This particular version is made in an Indian block print fabric, which I feel like is quite possibly the best fabric to wear on a hot day. It is so incredibly light and buoyant and breathable. It feels like you're wearing nothing. This fabric just kind of hangs off of you and you forget that it's there. It is also so quick to dry. When I wash this and hang dry, which is what I do with all of my me-mades, this thing is dry in like 3-4 hours. And that is including the gathering section with all those gathered bits of fabric together. It is such a beautiful dress. It has lots of really nice details. There is a front and back yoke detail. There is a tie, which is optional. I do like to have it there, even if I don't like tying it shut. I feel like I don't like that look and it would be a little bit too hot and restrictive for me, but I do like having the ties there. I feel like it helps to open the neckline up a bit. There are lots of gathered sections. So there's gathering into a cuff on the sleeve. This is the shorter sleeve version. There is a longer sleeve version as well. And then there's gathering under the bust where the skirt attaches, and then also I've added an additional tier gathered at the bottom to give it, for one, a little bit more length, and two, just to give it a little bit more of that feminine touch to it. I really do love wearing this dress. It is another one that is quite loosey-goosey, so it's not tight around the waist. I did actually add an elastic channel to this one recently just because I did want a little bit of waist definition, but it's by no means tight. It's still not touching my body at all, but it just shows a little bit of my figure. This is another one that has nice big roomy pockets as well. Now this, I will say, most commonly I will just throw on a pair of flip-flops, shove some things in the pockets, and then just go out as I am. But I do think it looks nice kind of dressed up a little bit with a brown bag and shoes. So the bag is a brown bag from White Stuff and the shoes are from Hotter. I feel like they pair well together and I feel like it makes this a little bit more of a dressy look. But either way, this dress is a big winner for me, 100%. Love wearing it in the summer. That March dress I only made last year, but I have worn it so many times. I'm honestly really impressed with how well that fabric washes because I've washed it so many times because I have worn it so many times, and I'm already planning another one. And then I have one more one-piece head-to-toe look, and that is this Sirocco jumpsuit by Deer and Doe. Now I appreciate it's going to be a little bit hard to see. I'm trying to kind of angle it to the light so that you can see a little bit what's going on. Obviously you're going to see it on my body as well. But this is the shorts view, which is what makes it the summery version. Now this is made in a black bamboo jersey from Guthrie and Ghani. So this fabric does have, again, some nice drape, some nice movement. It's a nice breathable fabric. This jumpsuit is something that I didn't wear a ton initially when I first made it. I made it in 2022, and I think that's just because we don't often have super hot weather in London where I live, and I feel like this is something that really wants to be an outfit on its own. I don't love wearing it layered with things on top of it half as much, and so I need to be able to wear shorts and short sleeve top to be able to wear this comfortably. But when the weather is there, I feel so fantastic in this jumpsuit. So this is a really gorgeous, quite a fitted jumpsuit. It is, again, it's made in stretchy fabric, so it's really generally easy to kind of get on and off. The only thing I will say is this doesn't have a ton of extra ease in the rise, sort of from the shoulder down to the crotch. A lot of jumpsuits give you a lot of extra ease in that area, just so that that way you can pull it up over your shoulders a little bit more easily. But because this is a stretchy fabric, you don't need that so much, and it can still fit quite snugly, and I feel like fit in a better way than most jumpsuits that I have made and worn. But it does mean that it can occasionally be a little bit tricky to get on and off over the shoulder. So if you are struggling, I recommend pulling both of the shoulder straps down at the same time, and then you can get each arm out super easily. So just a bit of a top tip for this jumpsuit. Also, I would go for a fabric with a four-way stretch just to allow for the ease in both directions to make sure that it's going to pull and it's going to be sitting comfortably. I really love the design of this jumpsuit. I wasn't sure if it was going to be for me because there are a lot of pleats and darts. It is very fitted. Sometimes you can get bulk added where you don't want bulk. So in the front, you have pleats at the top and the bottom of the waistband, so on both sides of that waistband. On the back, you have darts. So you get a bit of shaping in both directions with good movement and mobility in the upper body and in the lower body. There are some nice slash hip pockets, which I really love. Again, they're a good size. I think they look really sleek. I feel like this whole jumpsuit just looks so elevated. It is a faux wrap at the bodice, and I feel like there's just enough negative ease going around that neckband to pull it to sit nice and flatly. I will say, depending on the bra I'm wearing, depending on how many times I've been pulling it up and off over my shoulders and what company I'm keeping, I sometimes do put a little safety pin on the inside there just to have it cross over slightly higher. But I love it as it is, and I feel like it is just such a sexy look. I feel really hot in this jumpsuit. I always feel great in it. It's such a fun one to wear, and it feels just nice and dressy and cool. Now, I really like pairing this with some black sandals. Again, I'll also wear it with flip-flops because let's be honest, I'm wearing flip-flops most of the summer long, but I do like them with my black Clark sandals, and I think it's really fun to wear this with a little pop of color. So I really like it with my yellow bag. That bag is Kin brand. It came from John Lewis, and I feel like the unexpected contrast in color really makes it a fun outfit altogether. This is definitely my #1 outfit in the summer for like going out. I've also even worn this one to work though with a little safety pin to keep it a little bit more modest. I do feel like this one looks really slick and professional and definitely a really fun one and a little bit different, quirky outfit to wear in the summertime. Moving on to separates then, I have a shirt and a pair of shorts that I love each of these items so much, and I love wearing them with so many different things, generally like spring, summer, fall. However, I do feel like these two together are just like the ultimate chef's kiss. Such a great outfit. The shorts are these shorts. These are the Pietra shorts from Closet Core. They are, of course, falling in a bad way because they're on a hanger. These are made in a viscose linen fabric from the Fabric Godmother in this really wonderful color. It's like a chartreusey, limey kind of color. These are flat completely at the front. There's no waistband at the front, but there is an elastic at the back. And that means that these are so comfortable. These are great to wear, and from the front, they just look really nice and sleek. From the back, yeah, you can see a little bit of gathering, but I think for elastic waist at the back, I don't think these look overly gathered. Of course, the fabric makes a difference, and I think having a drapier fabric definitely helps. This color is so fun to wear, and it's a great one in my wardrobe. It really is something that I have just lots of things that I can pair with it, but I think the pockets on these in particular are the standout feature. There are these really cool slant pockets that are really interesting to construct with these panels at the front and the back. They are, again, a good roomy pocket. This is a recurring theme, you know, I like a good pocket, guys. But these are such fun shorts to wear, and something that I love pairing them with is this top. Now, this is the Olya Shirt by Paper Theory. This is my first and only version of the shirt, and I don't really know how I haven't made another one because I love it so much. It has such an unusual and unique design, and I don't know if it's going to come across on camera. But this fabric, let me show you the fabric first, one thing at a time. This is a wonderful yarn dyed cotton fabric that I got from Blackbird Fabrics that has this wonderful teal and magenta together, and from a distance you can kind of pick up on one color or the other depending on how the light is hitting it. It is such a cool fabric, and I wanted to do something cool with this fabric to make the most of the stripe design, and the Olya shirt is so good for it. So at the back you've got a yoke detail, so you can choose if you want to alternate stripe direction, which I did to make it a little bit more interesting. And then on the front of it, the front panel section of the bodice becomes the front of the sleeve. It's one continuous piece, which is such an interesting design, such an interesting effect. Now, this fabric, again, it is super lightweight. It's actually verging a little bit on being a bit sheer, but as a top, because I'm wearing it generally close to the body, I don't feel like you can see me through it, and I don't have any issue with needing to layer up or anything like that. But it is really lightweight cotton fabric, which again, it dries really quickly. It feels really great on the skin. It doesn't feel heavy in any way. Something that's so fantastic about this shirt is the versatility. So I can and have worn this layered over tank tops, layered over t-shirts, and it works really well like that. But when it's really hot, I love wearing it on its own as a top. And you can wear this just buttoned up, maybe some of the buttons unbuttoned to make it a little bit more loose and floaty going down the body. And it is super comfortable to wear that way. It looks really cool. Could do a French tuck if you want. I'm not really a French tuck kind of person, but I feel like it looks great buttoned up. But what I also really love doing is undoing some of those bottom buttons and tying it at the waist. The tied waist, and I feel like this high-waisted shorts go so well together. I feel like it is a really cute and playful look, and I really love wearing it with some gym shoes, popping on my sunglasses, throwing on my Bestie Bag from Bestie Patterns. I feel like the whole combination feels really cool, but also really playful. It feels quite fresh, but also grown up. Something about it I feel just really great whenever I put this combination together, and it is such a fun combo. I really do recommend both these patterns, but thinking about the types of fabric you're using to make it summer appropriate, I think it is a real winner for me. Both the shirt and the pair of shorts I made last year. Not intending for them to go together, but they do just work so well. And last but certainly not least is a matching two-piece set that I made very recently, just back in June, that I am truly in love with. So you would have heard me talk about it in my latest makes video, but if you did not, this is made in this wonderful yarn dyed linen fabric from Blackbird Fabrics. This fabric has a really great kind of bounce and movement to it. Again, it's like a light to a medium weight, so it's definitely very breathable, very comfortable to wear. The colors are just so wonderful. I love the print. I love the colors. I feel like it's really fun and bright and summery and sweet. And I think it works so well with this combo that I made. So this top is the La Brea tee by Half Moon Atelier. It is a top that I have made countless times before. It truly is a TNT for me. The reason I chose it is because it has this really cool binding detail. One of the views has this really cool binding detail that goes around the armhole, that then goes around the neckline, that gets stitched at the shoulder seam. And I wanted that kind of a detail because I knew it would pair really well with these shorts. So these are the June shorts by Helen's Closet. I made the petal view, so you have a crossover section. I'm actually going to undo so that I can show you guys. From the side, this is the front panel of the shorts that opens up completely. And this is the back panel of the shorts. So it is only attached at the waistband. There's no side seam whatsoever on these trousers. And that means that they are very open, they are very free. It's like the best of both worlds between wearing a skirt and a pair of shorts because you have that movement there. And then this also has this great binding detail going around the bottom edge on both the front and the back of these. It's an elastic waist pair of shorts. I did add some patch pockets. Now, my friend Debs of Debs Made This recommended doing a curved pocket on these for the next version because there's going to be another version of these, which I thought would be even cuter and really tie it together with the shape of the trouser leg. But this combination truly makes me happy, and I feel like I have worn this so much. As soon as it is washed and it is dry, I want to put it on because I really love wearing this combination. It is great for lounging at home, and I will say this top in particular is a particularly good one for me because it comes with multiple bust cup sizes, but it has nice clean lines. It's really nice and simple for a nice print if you want the print to shine. And this one works equally well without a bra as with a bra, which you cannot say for most woven tank top or woven top patterns. So for me, this is just such a winner. I love wearing it at home. I love wearing it out. Now, because you have this little petal crossover detail, you can flip that front pant leg up to kind of expose a little bit underneath. And for me, that makes it just that little bit more flirty and playful and fun to wear. But it also means that there's so much great movement in the hips. And when you sit down, it's never tight in the hips. When you are walking around, something about the movement means that these do not ride up in the crotch. I did add 2 inches to the length of these in the inseam length. So just to mention that, they were initially quite a short pair of shorts as designed. I like a 4-inch inseam, and that's what I went for, and just redrew the curve, and it turned out beautifully. But this combination is so much fun to wear. I made a matching scrunchie, so I feel like I am so put together when I'm wearing this matching set, my matching scrunchie. I really love wearing this with my sunglasses and flip-flops. I just feel like ready for summer in this outfit. It's really comfortable, and I definitely want to make more matching sets like this for sure. I really hope that it was interesting and inspiring to see the hot weather items that were really working for me in our recent heat wave. I do feel like we have such an incredible skill as sewists that we can make the things that work the best for us. I would also love to hear what your favorite things are to wear in the hot weather, or if any of my outfits particularly stood out for you as ones that you thought looked cute or you might want to try for yourself. If you have any questions about any of the patterns or any of the fabrics that I've chosen, please do let me know in the comments down below. If you did enjoy my video today, please do give me a thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel to see upcoming videos, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye!